Hey guys, so Jigsaw here, and today we're going to be looking at a game where I am bottom tier in the T69, and this isn't necessarily a great game, but this is, I want to start up my, well, kind of continue with that Road to Unicum series, and this one is just pretty much, kind of things you should consider while being bottom tier, so I'm just going to fast forward this a little bit. As you can see, kind of get a little discussion in the chat about the M48 pat and how it got buffed and how I thought it was, before, which I thought it was, and people agree. So as you can see right now, I am moving into the town, but if you look closely, you can obviously see that this is where our team is. And, we have a prototype, a T-54 Scorpion G and E3, so we can't take down. If you look at their team, they have two Jagdpanzers, a T-10, an E-50, a T-54, 704, an OHO. You know what I mean? You should expect most of those to be in the city, because they have armor or they have, really big guns that don't have gun depression, so they should be in the city, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the city and try to get early light on something. Now, as you can see, that T-54 has already been spotted here, so he's trying to spot us as we cross, but I'm already across, so I'm good. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to see what's down in this lane in here, and really the end goal is just to spot and run. I obviously can't win the town by myself, so I'm not going to try to. It'd be stupid to throw my tank away. So, in a second, as you can see, I was being an idiot and chatting, or you actually can't see what I was typing until I think I send it, but I was typing right here, and there you go, see there it's sent. So, yeah, stupid move, I could have got myself killed, but I'm just going to try to side scrape. Now, I'm not really trying to, actually side scrape, but just try to spot or get spotted. So I'm just trying to look and see what's going on. And I get lit. So I don't know what lit me, but I have to assume that it's not good and I can't fight in a one-on-one. I am bottom tier, and the odds of me coming across one of those 8s that I can win in a one-on-one is quite small, actually. So I'm just going to back off and run. This is a key element when you're bottom tier. It even applies when you're top tier, but it especially applies when bottom tier. That when you notice that you're on a flank alone, or with a prototype, you shouldn't be brawling against tanks that clearly outclass you at doing so. I could have never taken on a Jaeger by myself. The best thing I could have done was maybe, I had AP loaded so I maybe could attract them, but I wouldn't have penned from the front. And this RNG blessed my soul. So this part's pretty boring. I switched to heat knowing that we're going to be trying to defend. I'm just kind of repositioning, trying to get shots in. Now I do see a P Victoria, but I do not get any shots on it. Then I see a Scorp G. Now here's my mistake. I switched to heat. So now that I have switched to heat, I'm gonna get some stupid ass bounces off this guy, which you'll see in a second. Apparently the thing's a little trouble there. And then boom. So I finally get the right shot. Sorry for that little relay glitch. It was getting a little laggy there. But so that was a problem. I loaded heat and I thoroughly regretted that decision. I could have had another pen, you know what I mean, and I didn't. I think it was the right idea to load heat, not knowing the Scorpion would get spotted and that T-49 would YOLO, but at the same time it was also the demise for that one particular tank. It didn't cost me any hit points, it didn't cost any teammates any hit points, but it did, however, waste a couple thousand silver rather than only a couple hundred. So I noticed this 1390. Now I have full confidence that I can get this guy. What you notice is that he comes around this building and I recognize that he's going around the building. So I'm going to turn to shoot him, but I'm going to lead in front of him and shoot right away. I'm going to be able to get him again here, and I'm not going to take the third shot. Obviously, that would be a complete miss. Now I'm trying to sneak one into him as he runs away. Now I don't reload because at this current moment, because I think, oh, maybe he'll just YOLO me. So I'm just kind of trying to play around and wait for him. But then I notice, oh, I might get side shots on these guys, so I'm just going to take it. I have tanks moving up. I don't think he killed me. Then I notice he's coming. So right here, just look at this. I hit that. Don't ask how in the world I hit that. But rather than, I notice he's going to come around to chase me, as you just see. So now I turn back around, and as he rounds, I'm able to finish him off for the kill. So when you're getting circled like this, when you're bottom tier, I would always keep in mind that you can indeed, when someone is coming around the building from this side, right, on the other side of the building, and you're trying to chase them, always try to back up if they're fast. if they're going pretty quick, because 99% of the time you could probably shoot them as they come around the corner. And if you're in an autoloader, I mean, that's a huge advantage. Even if your first shot only tracks them, you can still finish off with the track for the rest of the clip. So that's extremely important. I think it's probably one of the more important skills when you're fighting a light tank and a slower tank, especially around buildings and such, because they can be a pain in the ass, to be completely honest with you. So now I'm just going to reload and try to look for a window of opportunity to push down. So right here, I'm just trying to find shots down the street. Like I said, this wasn't an exceptional game. I'm just trying to show you how you can still do something even while bottom tier. And then I finished the T10 off, obviously, and I'm just going to push forward, try to get the last damage on the Jagdpanzers. So right here, I actually wasn't confident that I'd be able to pen these guys even inside. So what you're going to notice is that I do is I'm going to go right for the track so I can at least get assisted damage out of it. So I go for the back drive wheel. I don't quite get the first one, and I get the next one. I pen that one as well, and then I'm going to try to go for it on this guy as well, and I do not hit it. I actually hit the ground. I'm not entirely sure how that happens, but... So, just to explain what I did at the end, tracking is very important. If you are in an autoloader, tracking, I have no doubt in my mind that if there wasn't as many tanks there, the Jagdpanzer would have turned to me, one of them, and the second he turns, I can track, but I can't pen. So what I was trying to do there is just track him so that I can get assisted damage out of it. Because even if I couldn't pen, I can at least make up for the difference through assisted. And right now, like I was running ops at the time, boosters, so I would obviously need to make sure that I can capitalize on that type of thing where I can maximize the XP that I can make. So if you're getting assisted or damage, they both are important. So if you can't get one, always try to go for the other one. They go hand in hand. In games like this, I tend to find that if I'm not getting assisted, I'm getting damage, or vice versa, or you just get ruffle stomped and, you know, shit happens. But I hope this is helpful for some of you who are trying to figure out in certain tanks, like, what should you do when you're bottom tier. And if you're in a decent enough mobile tank, you should just try to get an early spot somewhere if you can, and then run away. If you're on a map such as Serene Coast on the one line, or you can't run once you commit, I would sit back if you don't have enough support and just try to get early lights. As they press the ridge and run away, something like that. But on this particular map, I have the luxury to go into the city, get spotted or spot, and then run away. That's exactly what I did. And then towards the end of the game, I noticed a window of opportunity and pushed in. And that's really what the most important. If you notice your team is winning one side of the map, and that you kind of have them pinned into a corner, try to go around the flank that your team is on. Like, kind of like outskirts the city and then move in, because it's really beneficial for you. And as you saw, by the time I got around, my team was already there. So, I hope that was helpful for some of you guys, and I hope to see you guys again. Thanks for watching.